Hi again, Carrie here. Thank you for tuning in. And I apologize about my webcam. I found this little ditty. Um, I think this is a very old webcam. It's never been used before, but like, how do I? It doesn't have a clamp on it, and I'm like, okay, well, how am I gonna? I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go buy a little webcam because apparently the HP computers or HP likes to use the 1 megapixel. So, but be able to get my point across with this. So that's why I'm going ahead with it. But anyway, this video, I'm gonna briefly go over how is it that schizophrenia or schizophrenics can connect dots that other people can't. So, schizophrenics can connect many dots. And I wrote about this the other night. I smoked a little bit of pot and I was like laying there trying to go to sleep after that. Which I don't really, I mean, I don't know how it's going to affect you. I mean, unless you know how something's going to affect you, I wouldn't recommend doing it. Um, I don't recommend smoking pot if you're schizophrenic, but I did, and I mean, it's just really intense. I'm like, oh God, the walls are alive, everything's alive, and it just puts me in a state of super awareness. And I've always had trouble sleeping ever since I was a kid. Um, and I would just lay there and think and think and think and think, and then I'm like, okay, maybe I'll just picture black and I'll not think of anything. And then I'm thinking about that, like, well, I don't know, it's just silly. And then a thought will come through and I'm like, oh, I shouldn't be thinking. And you just stop. And I've, one thing that helps me with my insomnia is like if I go outside during the day, like every day, and for like at least 30 minutes, just stare at things quietly. Stare at the dogs playing, stare at the cats playing, stare at the birds, you don't have to stare at one thing the whole time. Just kind of think, sit and think. And if you can do that for 30 minutes a day, there's your meditation. Boom, you'll be able to sleep better at night. That's what I do. But anyway, yeah, we're able to think about things and put them together in a way that other people really can't because I mean, it's not that I don't think that they have the imagination. It's like that the indoctrination is so strong that this is the only reality that there is, that they're like, oh, that's silly. I got to go to work tomorrow and pay my bills. I don't have time to think about spaceships and other lives and, you know, other realities. This is my reality, and there's nothing wrong with that. Everybody's on their own journey. Um, but if you are schizophrenic, you have a gift in your brain, in your being. You are special in a way that they're not because you know that there's other realities, that this isn't it. You just know. You have that psychic knowing. Um, about reality, about other lives, past lives, and parallel lives, and future lives. Um, and I mean, you just kind of know the truth. Whether or not you believe yourself, um, now that's another story, but you've been down the rabbit hole. You know that, and it might have scared the ever living shit out of you, and, but you went and you did that. You know things. And you have a way of connecting dots, like, because the line of communication that you have to the other side, to the other realities, is strong. If you are schizophrenic, that line is very strong of communication, and you're pre-wired for that type of communication with your guides. And I'm going to say mission control. So I know how that sounds, but this is my channel. So, I'm just going to keep going. Okay, so whenever you have that line of communication turned on and you become schizophrenic, um, which I just did a video about schizophrenia and what causes it. But when that is turned on and all of a sudden you have these other things in your mind and these thoughts that are like, why am I thinking that? I mean, you call them delusions, you call them hallucinations. But what are they really? You know, why are you thinking those things? Do you ever stop and wonder? I mean, fuck everybody else and what they think and their opinion and their labels. Why are you thinking it? Why do you think you're a mermaid? Why do you think that you see a blue lion being named Om or whatever? I'm not sure how to pronounce that. DG Young communicates with a blue lion being, you know, from the Pleiades, I believe. Um, I mean, if you don't believe in the Pleiades, look in the Bible. I mean, it's right there. It talks about the Pleiades. Um, and the Bible, honestly, is the biggest sci-fi, not sci-fi, but it's the biggest like science fiction that there is. And I'm not saying it's all fiction, but it's worded in a way where it's dumbed down. They can't, like Leviathan, I think that's a living ship. Um, I just there's all kinds of, I mean, like the Canaanites. I believe the people from Egypt, I think a lot of them might have been feline. I mean, they were felines or bird beings. I mean, if you're thinking all of these things, it's in your head for a reason because that's true. It's fucking true. Um, but so if you take those initial delusions and you watch movies that like sci-fi movies, or you read a sci-fi book, or any book, I mean anything, there's little bits of truth, like it's like the truth is like a ball and it was kind of like scattered everywhere, and it's like you have to pick up the pieces like here and there, just kind of everywhere. But like that mixed with your dreams, like I have very vivid dreams. Keep a dream journal. Um, and the hallucinations and everything mixed together gives you some kind of wave to ride to find your truth. Just ride that wave, and it gets intense because of the contrast between reality this reality that you see here. It's not real. I mean, that's all that we're worth is getting up and going to make a living and make money so we can pay taxes. And I mean, just think about this. You buy your house or whatever, and you have hard times, and you don't pay your taxes on time. They'll come take your fucking house and then tell you it's illegal to be homeless. Really? This is all that there is? Ooh, yay. Maybe I want to be a mermaid. Um, okay, so um, I'm going to give you a little example of this. And it's actually what made me think about doing this video is the other night I had a dream, and it was really vivid. I was in the house I'm in now, and I was in the living room, and I looked, and there was a rat. I mean, a huge, huge rat. Like I've never seen one that size. I mean, it was giant. Um, and it was wearing, I believe it was wearing a red t-shirt, but it was talking to us telepathically. And it was not just a pet, it was I mean, it was a member of the family, you know? I mean, I believe I was human in that, and it's almost like it was my family or a really close friend, because this isn't my house, but there are a lot of rats in this house, and I actually have to sleep with night lights because they'll crawl on me while I'm sleeping. I'm like, I can't have that. So I had that dream. And then the next night, I walked into the kitchen and there was a huge rat on the bar. And it kind of started to, scuttle off. And then it turned around and just looked at me dead in the eye for about 15 seconds and was just staring at me at the edge of the bar, like its body was faced like toward, like it was fixing to jump off, and it just turned and looked at me. And I got the distinct feeling like it was trying to, like we had a connection there. Like I was like calling my daughter in there, hey, 'cause she was over visiting. I called her in there, and she saw it. And when she walked in there, a couple seconds later, it jumped down and ran off. But I started thinking about that. I'm like, okay, so in some other reality, what if that's real? It wasn't just a dream. Because some of your dreams are just, like a way of your working out things, fears and that sort of thing. But some of them are real. Like you're actually, because your soul, when you go to sleep, you go other places. And you're actually, according to Dolores Cannon, you're connected with a silver cord. And I'm actually reading one of her books right now. But so, yeah, and it got me thinking, and just wrote this down. Oh, it said, I wrote down dreams about wondering where Callista was in a parallel universe. Well, I don't have that available right here, but there was a dream where I've had a dream where I was in an apartment and I was walking through the apartment, and I even wrote down, I'm like, I remembered everything. I wrote down the layout of the apartment, like drew it, like where everything was. And I got to the living room, and there was a picture sitting on the counter by the kitchen, in between the kitchen and the living room, on this bar in between. And you could see, through, but there was a picture there and it had stickers on the faces. And so I go over and I peel the sticker off one, and it's me. It looked like me, but I had long, dark hair, and I was a little different, but it was me, and I knew it was me. And so there was a child with me in the picture. So I peeled the sticker off of the child, and it was a little boy with dark brown hair. And I immediately started like, oh my God, what, and I turn around and I go to the child's bedroom, and I'm like laying, like sitting on the bed, and the room is filled with little boys' stuff. And I'm just thinking, oh my God, where's Callista? Where's Callista? Where's Callista? And I hear a voice say, it's her soul. It's her soul. Calm down. It's okay. It's her soul. Well, I heard that, but then, I mean, the last thing that I remember in that dream is I was sitting in the living room just sobbing for Callista. So, is that just a dream, or is it a parallel reality where I dropped into another life that I had? And I guarantee you that that woman that was me, that me in that other reality, wouldn't know who Callista was. That was her baby. And I guarantee you she loves that child as much as I love Callista. So if she one day came in and Callista was there and all of the pictures had changed to Callista, she'd be going, oh my God, where's my son? My son, my son. So I'm telling you, the love, and I did feel a presence more than one of beings watching me. to see how I would react, you know. Um, I'm not going to say like an experiment, but I went there and I've panicked because of Callista. I've got to kind of let go of that. But it got me thinking about, and I wrote down honeycomb, octagon, or hexagon shaped layers of dimensions. When dimensions are close enough together, we pick up on the energies from them and that they are transposed over each other. Like there is another, depending on the vibration, like, okay, so we're vibrating really, really slow here. Okay, if we started vibrating faster, this whole thing that you see here, like behind me, the walls, everything, the bodies, the people, I mean, everything here would be completely different. And there are layers of realities over layers of realities. And the higher our connection, or the closer that layer is to us, the more that we're going to pick up on it. You see, so I kind of, and I'm not a very good drawer, I'm from Texas, drawer, but I did this little number, just to kind of give an idea. I didn't draw like a octagon or hexagon shapes. I just did triangles with the 3, 1, 2, 3, and that's the dimensions. Now, 1, 2, 3, it's not always going to be the first, second, and third dimension. I mean, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, 8, 9, 10, or whatever. I mean, the possibilities are just fucking endless, right? Okay, so say you're like right here, or you're in the middle, or whatever. Well, you've got all these other realities that you could be, a part of. And here's your soul over here. You see, like the little soul guy? Well, he's just down up in it. We are multi-dimensional beings, and we actually, um, I'm actually going to be working on recoding my DNA to activate all the dormant strands, reconnect, realign, and all of that with Jalila Star. I'm going to be doing that so I can, so whatever resistance is still, or sludge that's in my connector to being multidimensional and knowing how to walk between worlds, to like actually be in this reality but be aware and okay with the intense energies that I'm feeling, and be okay with my gift, my schizophrenia gift. I mean, wouldn't that kind of cure it? I mean, information is light. So, okay, that's really all I wanted to say about that. How schizophrenic people are fucking brilliant. Um, but anyway, I hope that helps y'all, or gives you some kind of insight in some ways. Um, and if you have anything to add or ask or whatever, just feel free to do so. I'll talk to you later.